At Elam Woods Whitetails, we draw semen on many of our great breeder bucks to preserve their lineage. This is the best insurance policy you can get on a great breeder. Bucks must be sexually mature at the time of the draw. It is always best to time the semen draw with the estrus cycle of the does or the natural breeding cycle of the local herd. Very early draws usually result in poor semen quality and low volumes. If needed, you can draw on one buck at the beginning and end of the breeding cycle. We usually time our semen draw in late October and early January. Today, we are collecting semen on one of our breeder bucks, Downright. He is the direct son of Sundowner and a Blosser Goliath over Mary Doe. He is full brother to Edwin Ropp's Sunriser. Downright is 304 inches this year at 3 years old and very healthy. We will put him in a pen with several does this fall for live breeding. The buck is first immobilized and placed under anesthesia. We use 300 milligrams per ml of xylene and add to 4.5 cc's to 1 vial of tilazol. Dosage of this mixture is based on the weight of the animal. Today we are using 2 cc's to immobilize Downright. He should be sleeping soundly within about 20 to 30 minutes. At the completion of the process, we reverse the immobilizing drug with tolazine. While the buck is under anesthesia, we will saw the antlers to prevent damage to the does during breeding. We always place the animal on oxygen until reversed. At all times, the health of the animal is our first concern, and we do everything possible to monitor all vital signs and keep the animal calm until fully alert again. Electroejaculation involves applying a series of short, low-voltage pulses of current to the pelvic nerves, which are involved in the ejaculatory response. The electroejaculator can be manual or automatic, but seems to be controlled much better on manual mode. We use a sheep and goat probe for this procedure. The buck is placed on a table in right lateral recumbency. This allows the prostrate to be above the level of the rectum so that it is easily accessible to the probe. We grasp the penis and extend it past the sheath, always trying to be as sanitary as possible. The probe is inserted into the rectum, tilted slightly upward, and we begin to electrically stimulate the prostrate. We use low AC voltage, usually 12 to 24 volts, and activate the electric current for 1 to 2 seconds. Ejaculation usually occurs after 2 to 3 stimulus cycles. We use a clean, sterile plastic liner to collect the semen directly from the buck. The semen is immediately placed in a warm water bath. The temperature of the bath must be constant and closely monitored to maintain the semen to as near the buck's normal body temperature as possible. We then immediately add a small amount of extender to the semen. This semen extender is a liquid diluent added to the semen to preserve its fertilizing ability. The extender is rich in egg yolk supplements and gives the semen some protein and nutrients to survive while calculations are being made to determine the quantity and quality of the raw semen. Quantity is measured in millions of sperm per mil. To determine quantity, a small amount of raw semen is placed in a small slide and inserted into a spermacue instrument. This instrument determines the volume of semen per mil measured in millions. A sample of semen is then examined under a microscope to determine motility. After determining the total volume of semen and its quality, the appropriate amount of extender can be added. Adding the extender to the semen is a two-step process. The A fraction is added first, and then we begin slow cooling the semen to 40 degrees or 5 degrees Celsius within 4 to 12 hours. Then we add the B extender to the semen in 10% increments. Part B is the glycerated fraction of the total extender and prepares the semen for the freezing process. The extended semen is then stored in individual half cc straws and frozen over liquid nitrogen about 24 hours after collection. They will remain in a nitrogen tank until used for breeding through artificial insemination or research. This can be done many years after the initial collection. The straws are clearly labeled with the buck's name, DNA number, date of draw, farm name, and veterinary name. Similar straws are placed in a cane and dropped inside the storage tank. After about 1 week, we will thaw several straws to be sure the semen survived the freezing process and is of good quality. We store 50 million semen in each half cc straw. This straw, when thawed, can be split and used in 2 does for artificial insemination. This video is not meant to be veterinary instructions. We wanted to give a deer farmer's view of this process and hope it helps you in the future of your farm. We would like to especially thank Dr. Clark Cooper and his staff for their expert execution of this procedure. We have semen for sale from many of our great bucks. If you get to Louisiana, stop by our farm for a visit.